was going to be like such a big deal. But thanks, Shannon. I like that you have my back. I am one tough cookie, but you guys all make me stronger, so I appreciate it. I'm not yelling because my roommate is like sleeping, but I was just getting done doing a contract, so I figured I'd come on here and do a little video. I can't believe we have 139 viewers in 10 minutes. It's so cool. Thanks, guys. So what should we talk about? Let's see what you guys were writing while I was doing my contract. Okay. Is there a couple of your housemates doing it? Doing what? Holly, how funny is it that Nick's mom started like tweeting me? And that was funny. I feel bad for her. But if she's like oblivious to Nick's opportunistic tendencies, then I can't. I mean, she's the mother, I guess. I don't know. Andy thought Andy was wrong today for mocking Shirley Temple. Not a huge deal either. I creep in bushes. Creep in bushes. I don't even know what you're talking about. I wasn't on Twitter all day today because I was working. I need to make some money. Jonah. Hi, Jonah. Are you gonna like distract me like how I distract you? You guys haven't had me on your show for a long time, by the way. Me talking about Bravo would be amazing. We should do that right now. Should we do like an impromptu Google Hangout? Are you gonna take forever to chat on this thing? 'Cause I could just text you. We should do an impromptu Google Hangout, I feel like. Or like they should let you like interact with someone on here, but I don't think you can do that. So when is the Philip Allen photo shoot? Will we see pics soon? The Philip Allen photo shoot is on Friday, and I'm about 10 pounds thinner than I was when I got off the show, so I feel a little bit more confident. Actually, I'm always fucking confident. What am I talking about? I walk around in my freaking underwear and on national television, cellulite for days, and I love it. Every lump of it. Okay, yes. Jesse fell asleep. So I went with my roommate who has like a new boyfriend. I went with her lingerie shopping for Valentine's Day, and that was depressing. So what's Valentine's Day? Friday? I think Friday's gonna be a really good day because I feel like most people are not in relationships. This is what I tell myself. And they're all going to be out on Friday. So after I look all fucking hot from the Philip Allen photo shoot, I'm going to go out and not have a Valentine, or maybe have 3. Whatever I want. On a scale from 1 to 10, how big of a Gaga fan are you? I love Lady Gaga. I just love her. She's such an artist. She's so weird and awesome. I loved her from that one MTV award where she like was like bleeding, and I love that song too because you like, and then like she was playing. Well, I love some like I'm like crazy about some Lady Gaga songs. Like the one that award show too where she's like playing the piano like in like the air. Oh, I love her. Who from the house have you not or refused to speak to since the season ended? I have not refused to speak to anybody since the season ended at all. Helen, I think, may still be mad at me for me calling her out for following a hater. And then I just said, I don't think it's cool. so she's not talking to me now. I think it's easier to say who I do talk to. I talk to Andy almost every day. I talk to Judd pretty often, although the public would never know that because he has blocked me on Twitter, but I've given the whole like caring about what he does on Twitter up because I don't care about Twitter that much. I can't turn up. You turn up your sound, Frank. I can't scream. My roommate's upstairs. I text with McCray. I never really talk to him on the phone anymore. Like randomly, I think we text like once or twice today. I talked to Gina Marie. I probably talked to Gina Marie a lot. I talked to Gina Marie a lot. Who else? Talked to Aaron. Other than that, I really don't talk to anyone else. I would be open to talk to anybody, but I'm a bad person from the season, so I guess some people don't want to associate with that, but I'm okay with that. Because I'm actually Amanda Zuckerman, a realtor from Boynton Beach, Florida, before, and that's who I am now. I'm not the girl from Big Brother 15. I'm the fucking badass from Big Brother 15. Have you heard the rumor about BB16 being All-Stars? I have. From multiple people. But whenever I ask Robin, I think I talk to Robin like once or twice a week. And she gives me no clues whatsoever. If anything, she like derails me from thinking that it's gonna be All-Stars. So we don't really talk about it. Because she wouldn't tell me anyways. They like don't want to hint at it because they don't want you to make pre-alliances, which like is already happening. So, what about Alyssa? I have no ill will towards Alyssa. Whatever was game was game. I think that we had a lot of really great times in the show, and you know, when you live with someone for a long time, that you fight with them, like, well, at least I did, like, I don't know, like a sister. So, but no, we don't talk. She doesn't, she won't, I don't even have her number, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm assuming Shirley Temple died today, which the weird thing is that I didn't even know that Shirley Temple was still alive. What do you think about Shirley Temple? Sad, huh? I don't even know what happened. Is that bad? I'm going to Google it right now. That's really bad. I've been working all day, like running all over the place, so I don't even really know what's going on. She died. Is it bad that I didn't even know that she was alive? There's no pictures of her as like an adult. Is that not weird? 85. She lived a long life. John, reality. What's the theme of my show tonight? Me. This isn't a show. Reality recaps. This is called Amanda Unplugged. And I answer fan questions. That's pretty much the gist of what's going on here. So when you are single, are you open to date Evil Dick? Considering his daughter is the same age as me, probably not. But he's a badass. And he's not coming to West Palm, and he was supposed to, so I'm pissed. Oh. Tinder. Sorry, I have a Tinder notification. I'm busy doing a Twitcam right now. Sorry, can't answer. Peggy Alvier, does McCrae live far from you? He lives about, yeah, I mean, he doesn't live too close. I mean, he lives like 35 minutes away. Oh, so you decided to come back down. Okay.
What are you doing?
A Twitcam. I know it was a game, but do you think you made some things personal? I think everyone did, because after a while, when you're in a house for 3 months, that's what people don't understand. It's a game, but you become very like attached to people because you're with them 24/7 without any sort of other entertainment. So everything is personal. Even like when you vote someone out, even if it's for game. Hold on, I lost my train of thought because I was reading somebody else's thing. Yeah, I think you don't really understand it until you're there, but the game doesn't feel like a game anymore. It's real life, and you get up every morning, you make coffee, you have a routine, you hang out with people, you decide what you're gonna do for the day, which is like, oh, maybe I'll exercise and then go lay by the pool. So, yeah. I don't. Well, I think Joe did block me, Nicole, but we're still friends, so I'm not mad about it. If anything, I think Judd's like super Okay, let's see. So this is Judd's. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, so when I click follow, oh, I guess he unblocked me. I could follow him now, but he's not following me. But that's okay, cause he's so PC that like I get like frustrated sometimes. I'm like, come on, just like tell the truth. But I don't know. Movie Guy 82. I respect the fact that you confronted people rather than behind their back. You know, it's a good and a bad thing. I think there's some things that I may. Um, it's all about timing in that house, and I am a very like to your face person. Um, but I think in the end, I outed myself. I outed how strong I was in the game, and that's why me and McCrae were put up on the block together. If I were to go back into the house, I would not have any sort of showmance or very visible alliance. Like me and McCrae were so visible. It's all about your alliances and underneath the surface, which is why Andy did so well. And people think that, oh, he floated, but he didn't. He just didn't have a very, very visible alliances. I mean, he was in an alliance with someone and jumped from one alliance to the better alliance and better alliance. And he was with Goof Troop and then 3AM and then the Exterminators. So that's why I think that he did play the best game. Judd doesn't want to piss off Rachel Riley fans. I don't think anybody wants to piss off Rachel fans. I do a really good job at doing it, but I don't really mean to. But I don't know. I feel like I haven't been on. I mean, I don't know. I'm a fan of Rachel. She's not a fan of me, but I'm a fan of her. Todd Bauer, is there still beef between you and Jesse? Again, I don't have any beef with anybody. I let all of it go. I let things go really quickly though. Like, I don't know. I'm just like not one to hold judges. I don't like to hold any sort of like hostility towards anyone. I think that she may hold hostility towards me, but I don't hold any hostility towards her. Amanda, you always look so flawless. How do you pull it off? Thanks, Brittany. Because this camera's lying a lot. No, I've been using Dr. Balshi's new skincare line, and I swear to God, it's like I have like no blemishes on my face. Also, can't move my forehead. He's really awesome. You can order it online. I posted it somewhere at some point. Dr. Balshi Skincare. Memphis Hum, is it true that Andy and Alyssa are talking again? Yes, they are. She has forgiven Andy. Do you regret your relationship with McCrae, and do you miss him? No, of course I don't regret my relationship with him. Do I miss him? Sometimes. You know, I think because we were in the house for so long together, it became like a very codependent relationship. And I think that if we were to have met outside of the house, I don't know if we would have ever gotten into a relationship. I think it would have just been like, I remember the first time I saw McCrae, like, I just loved him for who he was, but like my best friend. And, you know, we became very, when you're in a relationship with someone for in a house with nothing else to do 24/7, like no one really knows. Like you never ever like get to go to work, even if you live someone, you go to work during the day, you're separate during the day. Like we were together 24/7 for like 3 months, and we became very codependent on each other. So that was the one thing that I had to get used to, was, you know, being alone again. And I don't know, I like it. I feel strong. You know, I've always been strong, but I feel it'd be so weird to think about going, like, being there by myself. Like, it's so weird. It feels like I wasn't, it just feels like me and McCrae in a relationship together was so long ago. Because I feel like the relationship really ended when the show did. Although, like, we still loved each other afterward, I think it was more because we weren't ready to let go of what we had in the house. Is it true that is there truth to you knowing Allison Grodner prior to BB15? Not at all. I wish. Maybe my edit wouldn't have been the way it was. But, no, I didn't know her at all. Do you think David is a lost cause? I think he's like an artist. David's like a Twitter artist. He's very interesting, isn't he? Good ideas. He has his thing. But like people like now look at that, they're like, what is he doing? I just want to know who's taking those pictures. Has he answered that question yet? Serenader and 83. So there's no chance you'll get back together. You know, you never know what the future holds, but as of right now, it doesn't look that way. But what was the funniest, Miss C forever, what was the funniest best day in the house? First of all, the first day you move in was like the coolest day because it's so surreal. I remember standing on stage like in my blue dress, just being terrified, and I was the last group that they called to go in, and I remember like by the time we got in, like I didn't have a bed, and at first like when I first walked in, I didn't have a bed, and me and Nick were supposed to sleep together, but I went in the house and I was still kind of dating somebody, and so we go to the bed that ended up being Gina Marie and Nick's bed. So we go to that bed, and then at night I was like, like the one thing like my ex told me not to do was like he didn't want me to sleep in the same bed as a guy. So so then Gina Marie ended up sleeping in the bed with me, but she didn't go to sleep that first night, so I had the bed to myself. And then the second night, I think I only slept one night with Gina Marie, and then the third night I was up in McCrae's room, and we didn't spend a night apart after that, except for when I was a have-not 3 times. So wait, what was the funniest? I want to tell you guys things that you like don't know, like before the feeds. Like what? Like I remember, God, we were all like, once we all like gathered in the living room, like Gina Marie, Miss like DJ, whatever, just like took over, and she scared the shit out of me, and she was like loud and large and in charge, and in my head I was like, this girl's gonna be going first because she's so loud, but that really didn't happen that way. Um, and I also remember like when Julie gave us the news for like the MVP, everyone was like shocked or whatever, but me like all I thought was that's fucking awesome because now there's like if you go up on the block, there's less of a chance of you going home. Uh, so and then like I mean very soon I remember sitting outside saying like there's a way around this. There's a way. There must be a way around this, and we found the way around it. So that was cool. Am I loud? Okay. Um, how I Memphis Tom. How quickly does the enthusiasm go from oh my god I'm here to I'm so bored. I was not bored in that house until like the last like 2 weeks I was there because it feels like when there's only like 7 of you there, it's like when there's only like 1 or 2 people in a room in that big house, and it was like at once like 16 people, and you're already in there. Like I was in there already for like 2.5 months, and like you just get freaking bored, and you like think about your family and your friends and like what they're doing, and then you think about like I wonder if like all of my ex-boyfriends know that I'm on this show right now, like or what they're thinking or like what's going on like out in the world, like you have no idea, but you don't get I don't know, I didn't get bored because I mean I was like when I would be bored I would just like do dirty things with my um, how did you feel when you found out America was MVP, not Alyssa? My first, very, very first instinct was that it was going to be America. I was like, it has to be America. There's no, what are they going to do? Like, everybody but Alyssa? Like, it doesn't make sense. Or, like, all the guys? No, the twist is that America's MVP. Like, I remember sitting in the house saying, I could just hear Julie say it right now. And America, now you're the MVP. I knew that that's what it was originally, but when you have so much time to think, then you kind of like, and Jed started acting weird. So I was like, maybe it was Jed. But uh, initially, I mean, you could even see in one of my DRs. I'm like, is it Jed? Is it Alyssa? Is it you, America? So like, I always kind of knew in the back of my head that it was America, and when I saw Judd in Jury House, when Judd came back, he had no reason to lie that he was an MVP. So I always kind of knew it could have been America. Cause I say like I say I'm very like sarcastic and whatever else. So I don't know. What's the most shocking news when you came out from the house? There was really nothing that exciting that happened. Um, Miley Cyrus went crazy. Britney Spears is hot again. Lorde is awesome music. Eric Uden. Did you actually watch every episode after you got home? I scanned through them. I did not. I didn't like sit and watch through I scanned through, so there's definitely things I haven't seen. It's still on my DVR, but I did not. It's weird because I went through like I've seen like almost every other season, like, and I sat and watched through the whole thing, but it really gives me anxiety to watch because I was there, and I think it makes you like when you're there and you watch it, it like rehashes emotions that you don't feel anymore. Like when someone just like recently tweeted the Judd pudding video or whatever, and I watched it for the first time, and I just saw how much I like fucking hated Spencer then, but I like Spencer now. So, but seeing that like reminded me, like when I see those hate videos of like other people, um, I don't like to watch it because I don't feel that way anymore, and it feels so much better to not have, any hate. The past, it was a game, so I don't really like to watch the show anymore. Um, Eric, shut up. I don't know how to twerk. I don't even know what twerking is. Isn't twerking when you like shake your? And by the way, I have no butt. But I thought like twerking. I thought twerk. Isn't this twerking when you just like? I'm doing this like all by myself in my room. My roommate probably thinks I'm crazy. Isn't this twerking? Don't tell anybody I just did that. I can't believe you just got me to do that. When will you visit another housemate from your season? Um, Jesse, Mr. from my season. Um, Gina Marie is, I think, gonna come here at some point. I know Aaron is too. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna like. Um, I'm not going to like go. I already visited. I like went to Juddstown. I went to Andy's town. Like, bitches, I live in fucking South Florida where it's 80 degrees and sunny. Like, get your ass here. I don't need your cold ass weather anymore. Okay. Hmm. Why did you give Janny Thole my doll the time of day? I don't know, to be honest with you. I think at that point I felt very overwhelmed with the hate I got. I know she has like a direct relationship with Alyssa. I know that she's spoken to her on the phone and like texted with her and stuff. And this was also around the time where Helen started spewing, you know, it was some of the backlash from the stuff that I said to Helen, um, and I wanted to understand. I like some people like I don't think that people think that we're like real sometimes, is how I explain it. I think that Twitter is, you don't see people, you don't hear them, you don't see their reaction, so you don't see their hurt. You don't see their pain when you say the words. So since we, I guess, like being on TV show, I guess don't seem that accessible. I feel like instead of just like a certain insult, like it goes so far. Like you have to insult and hurt and say like such hurtful things. Like say that'll get them. Like that'll make them feel the hurt. Which, everybody I had this conversation. I forgot with who. Everybody has their reasons for disliking somebody. Um, with Janny, for instance, um, you know, I think that she has her reasons, that she feels so strongly to defend racism and hate. And I don't condone, the hate that she has, said to, other house guests and myself. But everybody has their reasons. I'm trying to not overstep my boundaries, but everybody has their reasons. I don't like, the thing that I didn't like was that we had a very mature conversation. And the one thing that I didn't like from that was that it almost seemed as though she used that to upset my fans and people who support me, and I didn't really appreciate that. But I don't I don't follow Jenny anymore just because there's things that she says about people who I love, Andy and whatnot, and Twitter is it's a hate site, you know? Like if you like a lot of it's like if you are like I see some of these people who have you they have like your group, you know? Like there's some people who tweet literally like every 5 minutes, and like I know like the group of haters that I've like blocked, you know, but uh, they all support each other, and like they have support within their hater group. So if one of them were like if Janny were to overly like support me, then she'd get hate from the other haters in her group. So it's like I just I just don't ever want to be put in that position where, you know, oh, you like this person now, you like this person now. Like I don't hate anybody. And that's not where bonds should grow. It shouldn't grow from hating somebody. I think it should grow from like supporting somebody. And yeah, I don't know, that went on a sprawl. That wasn't meant to, you know, say anything negative about you know, anybody. It's just people have different like look, I posted like a shitty thing about Nick, but like I think that was for me like because me and Nick have made amends before then, and it was sort of in like a joking kind of way, but it was in the same sort of like you make fun of Gina Marie, like I'm making fun of you, you know. So I just love Gina Marie, and I've just heard her cry so much about him, and it's just completely. I just feel like you should just completely ignore her or just not, you know, because then like she texted him like, why would you do that? And he basically said like, grow the fuck up, be an adult or whatever. And she's such a sweetheart. Like I love. She's just like such a lover, really. Let me hold on 1 second. Do you think you overestimated your ability to read people in the game? Rory Tyler 4. I overestimated my ability to read Andy and my ability to read Gina Marie. I could not read Gina Marie. That girl can lie. I couldn't read her, and Andy towards the end, there were signs that now I see, but honestly, towards the end, I was like, I never thought I was going to make it as far as I did. I just didn't want to be the first person out. That was it. I was like, just please, I don't want to be the first person to go. So, did I overestimate? I got cocky towards the end, for sure. Yeah. Would you like fans to stop pushing to get back with McRae? Pushing you to get back with McRae driving me nuts. How do I answer this? There are very good reasons why McRae and I are not in a relationship anymore. It's just not very simple. It's more complicated than anyone knows besides me and him. So, yes, I would appreciate it if people let it go because we're so different, and it was great while it lasted. But I mean, let's be realistic. I'm 28 years old. I'm from South Florida. I'm very ambitious, hard worker, tough cookie, and I need I need somebody who can like take care of me and protect me, uh, and fight for me and defend me even when I'm wrong. So, and I love McCrae, but McCrae is will probably be just a best friend of mine forever. Um, who do you wish came back in the game instead of Judd? Bad girl, Ashy. At the time, we wanted Candace to come back in the house because she would have been so easy to just get right back out. Judd was the last person that we wanted to come back in. And at that time, it was Alyssa was the last person we wanted HOH, and Judd was the last person we wanted to come back in the house. And that is exactly what happened. That moment was when my game went to shit. So, um, and I tried really hard on that HOH. I thought I was gonna have that because I played softball growing up. I'm like, I got this, but Alyssa was an animal on that HOH. Like, I don't even know how she caught those balls. Like, they were going so fast, and it was wet, and like, it, I mean, I was impressed. Um, let's see what else. Okay. Um, give us a nugget about behind the scenes in Big Brother. Hmm. I think the most surreal experience when you're in the house is when you're on the block during during an eviction. You could hear when you're sitting before and you're sitting in that living room. You can hear the audience cheer on the other side of the wall, and your heart is racing because you're all terrified if Julie's gonna ask you a question. I remember like, and you'd all just like trickle into the living room like, and well, beforehand you do like an hour before you do a mock eviction, and when it was three people, um, the producer over the loudspeaker would be like, okay, like, um, you have to evict Chloe, Kim, or Courtney Kardashian, and you all like one by one go into they call you in to the diary room to cast your vote, and one person goes in, and then the light, like there's a light that when you go into the diary room it goes green when you can go in. So then when the light turns green, then the next person goes in. Like they have it timed pretty well, and I'd say like the coolest, like the moment where you like remember again that you're on a show is when you're sitting in the living room and you could just hear the audience. Like you can hear them cheering, you can hear the person who like pumps up the audience before Julie comes on the screen. And yeah, that's a really, it's scary too though because um oh, where was I going with that? So I mean, I was completely blindsided. I really thought that I was gonna stay, and I just remember like when it was a tie, I just knew. I'm like, I knew if it was gonna be a tie, that Jean Marie was gonna send me home. So, um, I remember her putting on her blue hat. I was like, ooh, she's mad. That girl's so mad. And then I just remember looking at McCrae and just being so sad that it was over. Like, because your life, you get so adapted. I could only like The only thing that I could like maybe like compare it to would be like if you're like sent away to, I'm trying to think of something where you have nothing, you have no communication with the outside world. There's nothing. I remember just like looking at him and like, this is it, like it's done, it's over, like, and then what happens? And then you walk out and it's all really surreal, and suddenly you go from not seeing anybody's face except for the people around you. It's so overwhelming to like go out and you see Julie and you see a sea of people and you see lights and you see cameras and you see like you don't see or hear anything like that for 3 months. Like you're very like, it's so hard to understand. And then you quickly like, I just remember walking out and remembering that, okay, they use that shot when you walk out and you wave, like they use that shot of you waving, so look good or try. And I was pissed because like I didn't know I was going home, and everyone had known that they were going home. So like when when you dress up, when the girls dress up and everyone else is in athletic gear, it's because they know that they're going home. FYI. So if you're watching Big Brother and you see everybody in athletic gear except for the one person who's up on the block, and that they probably know that they're going home. So, okay, so I walk out and then I hear boos and I'm like, oh my God. Well, I already knew that they kind of thought I was a bully because of the Julie question, but talked to Julie really quick, and then they quickly, like after done, like that, you're like, all right, say bye to Amanda, and then like you hear the crowd cheering for you, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? And I remember standing in this room, and for the first time, a producer took my microphone off, and for the first time in 3 months, I was like, you know, like sometimes you check for your cell phone, you check for your wallet, like that's what you do when you've had the mic pack on you for 3 months. And then you sit in a room in the back of like the CBS lot. It's like the office spaces and whatever. It's the same rooms when the show's over where they clear you and give you your stuff to give you your cell phone, all that stuff to go home. So you're in that room, and then Robin, the casting director, came in, and she's just awesome. Seeing Robin's face, like if you ever get the chance to meet her, she's the most. I understand why she's so good at what she does, is because she's so just like relatable and has a contagious smile and is amazing. And then the executive producers all came in, and then I was in there for a while, and then they put me in like a town car, and you go over to a hotel, and suddenly I think that's when I broke down, because you have 2 bodyguards with you, and you go in, you don't just walk in through the front of the hotel, you walk in through the back of the hotel. They put you there. You go throughout all of this, by the way, through like casting and everything. Like they're very, they seclude you. Like you don't ever walk through the front of a hotel. So I remember just being in a hotel room in the bathroom at night, and I had a connecting bedroom with the security guards that was with me, and I just remember crying. I was like, this is weird. It's just so weird having my own room with no cameras and no nothing. And the next day I got up, they woke me up really early and put me in, I had to wear like a blindfold, and a wig and a hat and put me in the car over to the jury house. And yeah, that is a little piece of back information that you don't really get to see. It was traumatic. Oh, I love it. Like, wow, woe is me. But I don't know. And especially when you're with somebody and he's still on the show and you don't have any, and you still have no idea what's going on in the world, you know? Yeah, it's like 1 minute you go from like you're part of the show and everything's done for you. They tell you where to go, what to do, and when to do it. And other than that, you just have to relax and don't die. Don't kill anybody. And then when you get out of the house and you get out of everything and you get back to the real world, you're still like, now what the fuck am I supposed to do? And then you think that's why a lot of, like, when people first get off of like reality shows or at least Big Brother, you get like so consumed in like Twitter and all that because people are all talking about the show. People want to know about the show, but your life, you're in a bubble. And I'm not in that bubble anymore. But it takes a while to adjust back to reality. Bad girl Ashy, how long were you in jury till Alyssa came in? The show made it seem like 10 minutes. It was very fast. It was like an hour or two. We filming days you film a lot. It's a long day when you film. So I knew it was Alyssa though because I had her ring and I said in that back room where Robin and the executive producers came in right after I got evicted, I was like, I have Alyssa's ring. I want to give her back her ring. Because in my head, me still playing the game, I was thinking, I want to give back Alyssa's ring so McCray knows that Alyssa's the one that kept me and Andy's the one that voted me out because I wasn't going to give back Andy's shirt. I was just going to give back Alyssa's ring. So I wanted to do that as like a symbol to McCray, like some sort of like subliminal messaging. And they're like, oh no, you could hold on to it, we'll get it to her later, just bring it back to the jury house with you, you'll get it to her later. And then once I got in jury, I was like, oh my god, it's going to be Alyssa because I still have her ring and they're going to have me give it to her. But you can extend 50 minutes by parlaying that with social media. Amazing Race. Just FYI, Big Brother contestants are put on the Amazing Race the day of the finale. Like they're told about it the day of the finale. So there's a very short span that Big Brother people, you know, have that like limelight. So they really put them on. They tell them about the finale. So, Amanda, what was the Houston story that Aaron told you about? Saw the pic. I don't know what you're talking about, Nicole. The Houston story. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Shannon, it's a little. That's funny that you say that. It's a little like the Hunger Games because you're put into this like very surreal experience for. Obviously, we're not killing each other, but it's the last person standing, and it doesn't like from the outside, it doesn't seem like this is like any of that stuff is real, but it's weird when it's you, you know, and you lived it, and seeing yourself, it's like you can't describe it. Like when I watch, like The Real World, for instance. Just like you see the house that they live in, but you don't really know exactly, like you see it from one perspective, but like I can see where everything was. I could see like everything from the textures of like just the way that this like You don't feel it. You don't touch the couches we sit on or the fridges that we use or you know it's different when you're there for so long. I can draw you every inch of that house because we were in there for so long. Okay, let's look and see. Um, if BB did a Survivor Blood versus Water type season, would you? If BB did a Survivor Blood versus Water type season, who would be your partner? I have no idea. I have no idea. That would it's just whatever way they want to go with it. So, um, you should go on the reality recap show with Alyssa and Gina Marie. I don't think that Alyssa wants anything to do with me. So, I'm not 100% why still, but she's not ready, so that's okay. But I totally would do it. It would be fun. I'm glad you like your top, Gail. I picked it out special for you. Knowing post BB life, what changes would you make before going in again? Well, I would have already had my website up and running, and what changes would I have made? I would have been more careful with the words, with some of the things that I said. I would not walk around in like little booty shorts and a thong. I still would do the Band-Aid thing again because that was awesome. Sorry. And I would take like every single piece of memorabilia from the house that they let me. So, what else? I felt like in that house everybody was so like I feel like I'm not usually as like abrasive as I was in the house, but I felt whenever I think that other people are being treated unjustly, I'm very vocal about it, especially, you know, like I did it for everyone. Like when I felt like Jessie was being treated unjustly, like I stood up for her and when I thought that, you know, Aaron was in the wrong, and I stood up for Howard and Candace. When I felt like I was being treated unfairly, like I stood up for myself, even though it made me look bad. That's my difficult. That's something that I need to work on. I have a problem with like holding my tongue because it doesn't necessarily watching. I don't know if any of you guys watch Vanderpump Rules, but it was very like obvious that like he who loses his cool loses the war. So watching Vanderpump Rules, Kristen, I don't know if any of you guys watch this, she just lost her shit because she saw her ex-boyfriend on stage with this other girl and she was just acting so like crazy, but I understood why because she was hurting. But if you lose your cool, you lose the war. So you gotta just take a chill pill. I think I'd be more quiet about things. I'm overall like a pretty chill person. You wouldn't know that from the show though. Yeah, I need to work the Bubby thing. I have no fucking clue what went through my head when I was doing that, by the way. I was just so mad. I was so mad that I couldn't get my way. And I wanted to keep Andy off the block so badly that I wanted to torture Alyssa so that Andy would go up to Alyssa and basically do the wounded animal method. I was like, I told Andy, but at this point, Andy was with the exterminators and I didn't know. I told him, I was like, I'm going to go. This is my last straw. Because she was going to put Andy up 100%. And I said, and I wanted to keep, I didn't want to ruin my alliance with Andy and Aaron. So I said to Andy, I was like, I'm going to torture Alyssa, okay? And then you're going to go up there and you're going to console her. So she's going to feel this bond with you so that she won't put you up on the block. And that's what Bubby was. It was game. But they didn't really show that. But even though it got pushed really far, you have to be really convincing in that game. You have to convince somebody how, you have to make them feel so wounded that Andy would go up there and then she would want to protect him. It's not, it isn't just like a game of patty cake. It's a game of manipulation and a game of lying and a game of cheating and a game of hurting each other. And can you imagine it, like, all day long, like all you're doing is lying and scheming and like making things up about each other. And it's like sometimes you don't know when to talk, but you do. Like sometimes I would like have a plan and not even know that I did it until it was actually done, and I was like, that was genius. Or like, it's like sometimes you'd say something that you like probably weren't supposed to say, maybe wasn't true, but you said it anyways, and then it ended up working towards your favor somehow. I don't know, it's so weird. You get so like, it gets so crazy in there after a while. Like, it gets so crazy. The game gets so deep. And I remember sitting in the cockpit with McCrae, and I was like, I don't even know what's real and what's a lie anymore. I don't even know what I'm not supposed to say to someone or what I am anymore. Like, I feel like I'm going fucking crazy. There was a time where I felt like I was going fucking crazy. If you and McCrae had kept Aaron, do you think GM would do the same? No, because she was in the exterminators. I think at that point. Yeah, no, she would. I don't think that she would have, but it would have been me. I don't know. That's a question for Gina Marie, but I don't think that she would. I think that, actually, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Big Brother makes you crazy, yeah. Long story short. It took a while to get out of that mindset. I feel differently now afterwards. I read people now like it's nobody's business. I don't like people very quickly. I could see people's like, I don't know. I feel differently after that show. It's changed me. My mom said it's changed me too. I think I'm getting better, but it's numbed me from a lot, I think. Would you have worn a sexier sweater if you planned for this live stream for Myers South, what is it, SWFL? No, I fucking love this sweater. You guys know that. I wear this sweater on the show all the time. On night one, when you can't talk and you're looking around, who did you think would win? On night one, when you couldn't talk, who did I think would win? I thought Nick was going to make it a lot further. I think his biggest fault was that he didn't even pretend to play game. You know, like even though he was in an alliance, he was just kind of shady, and that's where Nick went wrong. Let's see. Amanda, were you asked to do a show on Get Real? I was. It's from Free Choice 55, but I'm really busy. Like I just like I literally like I just when I started this Twitcam, like I was just done doing a contract, and I'm tired, and yeah. Hey Amanda girl, what's your number one deal breaker in relationships? Lying. If you lie, if I can't trust you, then there's no relationship. Because as soon as you lose the trust, then the crazy girl comes out. Because then you know how I am. Then I try to figure shit out. Bottom line is that just don't lie. I just tell the truth. Just don't lie. That's my number one deal breaker. What level are you on Candy Crush? I never even started that game, just because I see how addicting it is to people. So I'm just like, I don't need like another thing. Jesse, Mr. Pectacular. I don't know like how. I guess because if I just say Jesse, you guys might think Jesse from my season. But okay, I'll say Mr. Spectacular. Made me download Snapchat. He Snapchats like a million times. Let's see if he has a Snapchat right now. I don't have any push notifications though. I just check shit when I want to check shit. No, not from him. Did being with McCrae teach you anything about what you want in relationships? I think I think every relationship I've been in, you learn something. With McCrae, the quality that I loved most about him was that I feel as though he didn't care about what I looked like ever. Like he was very accepting of the way I looked and my body and how like weird I can be and gross. And I think that was my favorite quality about him. And I think it's important to be with somebody who loves you for who you are. Whether, obviously, like, listen, a lot of us are aesthetically driven, so we want to see our partner in the best shape that they can be in and healthy, but, he just never pushed me. He just made me always feel very, like, beautiful, and that's one quality that I don't think I've had in a relationship. Well, I don't know. Okay. Love you too, Hope. Alright. I would love to see you on BB again. Would you do it again, Pisces girl? Come on, of course I'd do it again. I can't leave on that note. Let's see what else. Big question of fans' mind. What expletives did the ex say when you got home? Nothing. I just think that he was really hurt. My ex was a very successful, or is a very successful entertainment lawyer, and we were only dating for about 2 months before, but it was very, very, for me to make it seem like it wasn't it was more than just like time wise. Like we we grew together very quickly. But I typically do that. I'm one of those people that get into a relationship and it moves very fast, which is not good. Um, like we spoke about marriage and all that stuff, even only after 2 months, and he wanted to stay in the relationship, and we fought a lot about me going on the show, and and I think, I mean, I met his family and everything. I think that they were just really embarrassed. I think he was really embarrassed and really hurt. And throughout the show, I would have my moments of, because like again, you don't feel like it's real life in there. It feels surreal. And I know throughout the show, I felt really guilty and scared. But no, there were no expletives. I just think that I really hurt him, and I'm so sorry for that. It was a very weird experience, and there's nothing that I, can say about that. But we don't really, we don't speak really anymore. I could understand why though. Oh God, I'm so crazy. And what else is going on? What other questions do you guys have? In a hypothetical All-Stars, do you fear being targeted week 1 due to Rachel, Rory, Tyler form? I think that would be like a personal vendetta. From speaking to other strong BB alums, I think the smarter thing to do would be go after somebody who's more of a fan favorite, more of a network favorite, because the show typically ends up working in the favor of the fan favorite. So, like the Jeff and Jordans and, fan favorites. So, I don't think alone that I pose the biggest threat. I think Rachel is a smarter player than that. But do I worry about it? Do I fear it? No, because I haven't even been asked to be on the show. So, miss C forever. At a certain point, do you forget the cameras were there? Yeah, I mean, you don't think about it, because there's so many hours in the day. Like, you don't think about what's actually going to be used for the show, but there's also like live. It's almost like everything you do is going to be used for the show because of the live streams or the live feeds. So, but I never had watched the live feeds before. I didn't know how prominent they were. Let's see what else. I feel like if you've won before, that you shouldn't be able to go back on the show. That's just my opinion. But would I rather get back with McCrae or go back on BB? I'd go back on BB. I thought this was already being addressed. I love McCrae, but he'll always be my friend, my close friend. So I'd go back on BB, and he would say the exact same thing. Do you want to be a role model for younger people? Lola Wells. I think that there's certain aspects of me that I'd like to influence younger people, self-confidence, and being able to stick up for yourself and being able to stick up for what you think is right. But there are definitely some parts of me that have not been trained politically to be any sort of role model for a child. So I didn't get into Big Brother to be a role model, and I'm obviously not. I have band-aids on my nipples. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's an adult show, I think that Big Brother is an adult show. It's a show about lying and cheating and relationships, and it's like I don't think it's really like a child show. So um, who in the house was the biggest fiend about going to smoke a cigarette during lockdown? Jesse. Jesse is like the most hardcore smoker in the house. I think that McCrae and Judd quit like right before they went into the house, but then we're all told to like me, like I wasn't gonna bring any cigarettes in the house, but when I was in sequester beforehand, they were like, you're gonna need cigarettes. So I bought a freaking carton in California, which is like super expensive, more expensive than it is anywhere else. I was like, ooh. Um, did you listen to McCrae and Danny on Blog Talk Radio tonight? No, I didn't. Solly Mod. Was there anything interesting? Anything about me? That's pretty much all I want to know about. I don't care about anything else. Why not do something for breast cancer in Florida like Reality Rally? I mean, personally, I don't have charity. To start a charity is a full-time job. I would definitely be a part of a charity and help if there was an event to attend. I know that there is one in Celebration, Florida, that I've been talking about doing, and yeah, I'm really right now like supporting whatever I can support, but I really have to focus on my work and my job and supporting myself and getting myself back on my feet, because in real estate, when you're gone for 4 months, you lose all of your leads and all of your business, and I have to get some stuff in my pipeline again. You think McCrae was drunk? Why? What did he say? I mean, this is random too, don't you think? Office Guru 247. Did you miss your real life job in Big Brother, or was it a nice break for a bit? It was a nice break for a bit. I really love my job though. Actually, I enjoy what I do. I like finding people, their home. It's cool to be a part of. How many fish died during the show while under the care of house guests? Who flushed? None of us flushed it. It was all whenever they'd lock down the HOH room, and then they would take out the fish when it died. I think 3 died. Do you have, from all of the BB15 cast, who do you believe was the most robbed from the win? I think Annie deserved to win. I thought he played, okay, sorry, I got distracted. Sea Monkey Do. I never said to Janny that I disliked anyone, so don't believe any of that. You're one of my biggest supporters, and I would never say something like that. I'm sorry. I got distracted because that was annoying to me. I think that the only thing that I think people were robbed from was from America's Favorite. I think that was a little unfair, for obvious reasons. Even I don't know. I think that there were more. I mean, Alyssa's fine, but I don't think she was like America. She wasn't like a Britney, like a you know, America's favorite. You know, I think that would be more like a Judd, maybe. And people like loved Judd. I don't know. Even I thought it was weird. Even Howard was up there. Like Howard, he was gone so long ago. Or me. Okay. Let's see what else. Thank you, DJ's tweet Arazi. I was a little confused on the last time I was on Get Real. I didn't know that there was going to be like so many like the people on the show at one time. So I wasn't aware of that. So that yeah. But thank you for the invite. Have you texted Brittany recently? I think today or yesterday. I text with Brittany like almost every day. I love her very much. She's like honestly like the funniest girl. Brittany Haynes we're talking about. She's yesterday. She's the funniest texter ever. I love her. Okay, let's wrap this up soon. It's even like, oh my god, my toes are huge in this. Okay, I'm gonna do it a little bit. They look so big right now. Jeez. Do like another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Amanda, if you go back on Big Brother, do you feel like you can count on fans to have your back? Yeah, man, I have a pretty fucking awesome mafia behind me, so yeah. You know, I know it's gonna be if there were to put me on and put on, you know, someone who doesn't like me on the show as well. I'm sure it'll be very controversial, but yeah, my fans are awesome. I don't know why Jenny would have told you that, Monkey, because I never said that. It's odd. See, that's why that's annoying. It's annoying to me. I don't know. Hi, Marcus. Nothing in the works right now for TV. Still in a CBS contract for another 6 months, but I'm focusing on work. I lived in LA for a long time trying to be an actress, and it's not the reason I went on the show. I just thought it would be something fun to do, something different. So if there's anything brought to me, I'll definitely look it over. Okay, let's see. Jenny is telling people that. Okay, well, let's clear the air. I never said anything to Jenny about disliking anybody. Why would I do that? Come on. Why would I tell someone like that who I disliked? I never said that. I don't know why she's saying that. That's not nice. That's not the truth. But can we drop that though? It's like Janny is writing a book, but she's never been on the show, so I don't know. Janny was never on the show, but she does talk to a lot of Big Brother people, so I wouldn't. I don't have anything positive or negative. It's just sort of like it is what it is. My hair, I like, what's happening right now? I washed it last night and I went to sleep. I didn't even brush it. I went to sleep and now I woke up with like, I'm like, when I woke up, I've had my hair up all day, but it was like a lion. Um, Anybody have any more questions to say? Are there any other reality shows you'd like to try or is BB it? I don't know. Yeah, I'd do other things. I want to do like a real estate reality show. Like the competitiveness, although it's really not that interesting. I should do like a dating column show in South Florida. Because I have some fucking crazy stories. Have the haters stopped since the breakup? I don't know. Again, there's some people that are just not gonna like me, and I just accept that. So, I think the only hurtful thing, besides the whole breakup in itself, was when me and McCrae broke up, and then Jesse and Helen just like instantly like follow McCrae and like text him and like, we're here for you, and I was just like, that's fucked up. I think that's the only thing that hurt me. But McCrae supported me, and he's like, I'm not gonna like follow Jesse or like support that. Like that's not cool. Like I was like his best friend, you know. He's not gonna just like abandon me. I didn't do anything wrong. And people assume also about our relationship. That's crazy too. That's why I just got to the point where I was like, I can't hide this anymore. And I can't do this anymore. It just hurt too much to see, like, how's McCrae? Are you guys still together? All this stuff. And I was like, I can't look at that anymore. Like, I need people to know that it's done. Sea Monkey, I'm angry. I talked to Helen. We were friends. She's just angry with you, and she needs time. The only thing I said to Helen, and I stand by it, was that I think that it's hypocritical to call people bullies when you follow somebody who's a bully on Twitter. I never said anything bad about Helen, ever, not once, ever. So, I apologize if calling her out upset her. I definitely should have gone directly to her, but the last time I did that, she didn't respond to me. So, I mean, that's it. I'm over it. And anybody can follow whoever the fuck they want to follow. I really don't care anymore. She did stop following that Will person, but she did also say that I was being a bully to her on Martin Luther King Day and made an insinuation of me being racist because I was bullying her on Martin Luther King Day. So maybe you know, whatever it is, what it is. But I appreciate you sticking up for her. There's no need to, because I have no ill will towards her. I just think that the whole thing was ridiculous. I called her and left her a message a while ago, so she'll call me maybe eventually. Who knows? How long did it take? How long did you hide the breakup? Why did you feel you had to or should? I was gonna document it actually, because it was a while. Um, I wanted to document behind the scenes and hiding it and how it felt because um, uh, it's scary, and I knew that I was gonna get the brunt of it all when if only everybody knew the truth. So I just didn't want to deal with being the hated one and getting all the blame and all that jazz. But the only thing that matters is that I know the truth. He knows the truth. So we're still really good friends, and I wish him the best. When did we really break up? When I got back from New York. Let's see, after the jewelry show. Pretty much. Literally, I like driving him home before. What do I think of Jesse's new show title, A Few Mondays? I'm flattered. I have no thoughts about it. I didn't even really know about it. New show? Whatever. Eric, you're funny. Have you been watching this the whole time? You weirdo. Who watches this? All of you weirdos. But it's cool because I'm like super bored and I feel like I'm talking with a bunch of my friends. Are you German and Italian? No, God no. I'm like not that at all. I'm Jewish, and I'm 50% Dutch. My mom is Dutch. She has blonde hair, green eyes, and my dad's Jewish. That's me. I'm like a mutt though. I know that there is German in me somewhere, like a little German in me from time to time. Are you and McCray looking for other people now? No, I mean, I don't know. I'm working a lot. If something comes along, great, but I haven't had any sparks with anyone. I would like that. It's more difficult for me now, I think. I don't know. I just haven't felt a spark with anybody in a really long time. So, but it will happen eventually, I'm sure. I'm not worried about it. How long did you work for Playboy Radio, and what was the job like? I worked for Playboy Radio just for like 6 months. I was brought on as a guest on a show on satellite Sirius Radio called Playboy U, and I got that because I went for a test shoot for Playboy when I was younger, and they liked my personality, so they brought me over to the radio set. I guess I got a face for radio, and I just did that for like 6 months, and it was just basically a show based towards like college-aged kids, and there was a whole bunch of topics and stuff, and it was extremely inappropriate, but I'm extremely inappropriate. Frank, I thought we're dropping the McCray and me thing. You guys have to now maybe like me and McCray are no longer an entity. We are separate people. I think, and I haven't seen him. I saw him once when he got back, the day that he got back, and then that was it. And I haven't seen him since. So it's almost like annoying to like keep talking about him. It's like we just broke up. You have to keep bringing it up. When was the last time you went out in public and someone said, "Hey, Amanda"? This last weekend, I got super wasted at Garlic Fest, and whenever there's any sort of like festival or like I get noticed by like so many people, not so many people, but like I got noticed, like recognized by like 10 people who wanted to take pictures and stuff, which was like super weird because like I'm with my friends. I mean, it's awesome weird though. I'm with my friends and they look at me and they're like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I was on a reality show." So, it's really cool though. I don't know. It's cool. I love it. Like, if you ever see me and you don't fucking say hi, I'll be pissed. Bad girl Ashley. Do you remember you had a crush on Nick? Yeah. He was like super hot in the beginning. But I was like, he's like the only male in the world who I've like hit on and got like no sort of like reaction from, like whatsoever. So, Nick's hot. He's like super hot. And he's he should be like, he's very like, he knows, he's an actor. He knows what to say. He's good, and he's like flirty, but like keeps his distance. So I don't know what his deal is. What's rad reality show? Okay, what else is? And for the record, going back on like the Helen thing or anybody else, I shared a lot of really awesome times with Helen. I have cared for her a lot, and same with Alyssa. Like, me and her were very close at certain times, and even Jessie. Like, me and Jessie at times would like talk about, because she lived in Austin, talk about like us hanging out in Austin, and me and Alyssa would talk about, you know, going to Vegas and staying at her place in Vegas, and you know, yeah. I mean, we were, for a long time, Alyssa was like the closest female I was to in the house until I got close with Erin. Well, no, I was always close with Erin, but I was close with Alyssa too. So, it makes me sad that we can't be friends um, after all of this. Maybe one day, but it definitely makes me sad. Everybody has their quirks from the show. Everyone, but all in all, we shared something really special together. So I hope, you know, one day we'll be able to bond over that. Are you gonna watch BB Canada? Yeah, I'm planning on watching BB Canada. Yeah. Did you have any? Let's see. I like this fucking sweater. If you don't like my sweater, then too bad. I like this sweater. It's comfortable. Gosh. Yeah. Did it surprise you how few house guests could empathize what you suffered through after Big Brother? I'm the type of person that doesn't like to show. I don't like to play victim. I don't like to show when I'm in pain, and my defense is to fight back. I'm not the type of person that, just shows pain. So, I don't think anybody knows, like, what. I think there's few of my friends know, like, what I've gone through. And, I'm just surprised that, that by some people that they add fuel to the fire. I add fuel to the fire sometimes as well, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I have very low expectations from any of the house guests really anymore. I like to be surprised. I actually don't really care that much though. I think because we've been talking about it for the past 2 hours, maybe that's why I'm thinking about it. But I love every single person in that house for their own reason. I had moments and conversations and intimate moments, emotional moments with a lot of people in that house. So I'll always hold those moments special to me. So, yeah, maybe in time I'll be able to be friends. Either way, it'd be nice. Do I think Jeremy gets a bad rap? I think Jeremy was a lot different on the show than he was post show. Jeremy is literally God, he's so fucking awesome. He's such a awesome dude. So, yeah. Rory, Tyler, are there any past house guests you would like to meet? Rory, surprisingly, most of the big brother house guests have all reached out to me, and I have it's so cool. And we've all become friends, and Craig gets jealous sometimes because they text me and all that. But yeah, I was actually kind of surprised. Almost even people from other reality shows have reached out to me, just wanting to be friends or whatever, which is super cool. I have more friends from different seasons and different in freaking Canada and different shows than I do from my own season. So, yeah, I don't know if there's anyone I'd like to meet. I'd like to meet Rachel, actually, as ironic as that is. Yeah, is that weird to say? I don't know. I think that maybe if we saw each other and spoke, and same with Alyssa again, I think that things the air would be clear really fast. When you look somebody in the eye and you speak to them, I think that you get a different sort of understanding of where they were coming from, I remember you said Rachel was one of your favorite players before the season. She was just super entertaining, don't you think? I don't know, I'm not sure. I mean, I only watched the show before too, but I just I loved how entertaining she was. So dramatic and entertaining. I loved it. Do you think that you totally have to get out of BB mode to get to a happy place? Yeah, you do. Have you spoken to Jordan, Jeff, or Dan. I've spoken to Jeff. I haven't really reached out to Jordan. And from what I've seen in the past, is that Dan doesn't really like me, so I haven't spoken to Dan either. Yeah. Yeah, and Marcus, I do think that you have to get out of Big Brother mode to be in a happy place. You have to find things in the real world that make you happy again. Like your family and friends and going out and adjusting to real life that makes you happy. Because things that make you happy in the Big Brother house are different things that make you happy in real life. So, I mean, who's the worst cook in the house? Girls or guys? I think. Who was the worst cook out of the girls? I don't think Jeremy made like a meal in his entire life, but the worst cook out of the girls was probably Caitlin, and the only thing she ever made was like rice, and it was like the worst thing ever. Are there any past house guests trying to butter you up for a potential all-star season? I don't know. I just think previous house guests are cool. Solimod946, do you have anything new coming out for your online store? I have a bunch of bracelets coming, the wrap bracelets, which are really cool. I have some cool over the knuckle rings coming. I'm just waiting for those to come in, and those like fly off the shelf. So I'm excited to see more people wearing those. I'm not sad. I'm just tired. I'm not sad at all. I'm actually really happy. I'm very happy. I'm just sleepy. I've been working all day. What was it like meeting Dr. Will Swoon? You want to make me a custom ring? Well, yeah, I saw that you made one for like Alyssa and like maybe for Jesse. Like, meeting Dr. Will was cool. He was very neutral because of the situation, the being at the round table. We didn't get to spend very much time together, but we texted a little after, and he's very charming, and he's married and has 2 young beautiful kids, so he's very charming for sure. What are you doing? Are you getting comfy over there? Baxter's like moving around on the couch. I said 5 minutes, like 15 minutes ago. When I think of David's nude pictures, I think it's entertaining. I don't know. I think it's funny. It's getting late, huh, guys? Okay, like 2 more minutes. Cause I am tired. So tired. You didn't answer my question before. What was the first place you went after house? You mean after like I got? I mean after the jury house, then you're in a hotel for a week. They keep you in seclusion after the jury house. So for 5 days, you sit in a hotel room with no TV, mind you. They give you a DVD player and like a bunch of movies, and for 5 days, which is like torture. That's like the worst part being in sequester, because you're in a hotel room and they don't give you any television, and they just give you a DVD player, and it's the worst thing ever in the entire world. And all you do is eat and get fat. Anyway, so after sequester, then you have the finale, and then you sleep over in the hotel room, and then I went straight to the airport the next morning with my brother, who came to me with finale with me, and 2 bodyguards who flew me home, and then I went straight to my parents' house. If you can make any changes to the rules of Big Brother, what would it be? I don't like the twists. I feel like the game would still be interesting without the twists, maybe. I don't know. Like I don't like the unfairness of the twists, how it can be used to benefit like one person. Like MVP was used to benefit Alyssa. Like if you're gonna do that, then you should put like multiple siblings in the house, you know? I don't know what my size ring is. I don't know. My favorite color, I like clear and black and gray. Carib, 1985. I'm not seeing anybody else. Just Baxter. I'm single. Yeah, I don't like the twist if it just benefits. Like I feel like, yeah, Amanda's favorite color, diamond. It's the truth. Just always help someone win unless you will or Dan. Well, like the coup d'etat, I just think it's just like so unfair. It like defeats the MVP. I mean, it worked for my benefit, but like it was so unfair. I mean, it worked for my benefit until I was put up on the block by America for 2 weeks in a row. But that was like a good. That's like a good question to leave it on, because we're at 1:58, an hour and 58 minutes. I'm not sad. Do I look sad? I'm just tired. People keep telling me I look sad. I'm not sad. I'm happy as fuck. And fuck is really happy. No, I'm just tired. I'm not sad. You know what's really cool? In this like whole Twitter thing, like everyone's been really cool and just asked like really cool questions, and I appreciate that. So thank you for watching, and thank you for being a part of this with me, and I love you guys. Baxter's sleeping. I don't want to wake him up. And I guess that's it. That's the saddest, happiest person I've ever met. I'm happy. I'm just tired. It's 1 o'clock. I've been up since 8. And that's early for me. You know I like to sleep. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. And maybe we'll meet soon again.